Another terrorist incident that we had to deal with at the State Department in the Operations Center that I oversaw and directed was the hijacking of a Pan Am flight to Pakistan. And as would be usual, we assembled the team on the 7th floor in the Operations Center, bringing up officers and senior officers from the South Asian Bureau, from the Near East Bureau, from those other bureaus who dealt with terrorism in the State Department. And we're there and receiving messages and trying to find if we can get any images. And word comes to me that Lieutenant Colonel Ollie North at the State Department is sending orders. And he was sending orders via a communications mechanism called the flashboard. The flashboard was a means within the intelligence community for analysts to communicate rapidly with each other, send back information about what they think is going on. Intelligence is meant to provide information about what's happening. But Ollie North used the flashboard to operate, to send orders. And he started sending orders about what and how the State Department and our embassy should do to deal with the hijacking situation. So here's this rogue guy who had been going behind the back of the Secretary of State and others, thinking he's in charge. So this was my moment. And I'm in charge in this situation. And I said, instruct the embassy not to follow Ollie North's directives. Do not implement anything that he is sending. And I told everyone in our team as well, do not follow his orders. And he had no choice but to back off when we're in this situation where his orders are not going to be taken as coming from the president. They're not going to be taken as having the authority of the National Security Advisor. We represented the Secretary of State, who was the lead cabinet official in dealing with this terrorist incident. The embassy worked for the Secretary of State, and I made sure that the Secretary of State's prerogatives were protected and not a lieutenant colonel from the National Security Council staff, where I had previously worked, was not going to hijack our response, the foreign policy process, to deal with the hijacking of an American airliner. And the airliner was successfully freed, all of the crew and passengers safely rescued, and the incident ended.